Hello YouTube, it's Monique. I hope this video finds you well. It is Sunday, July 20th, 2014, and this is my 10-week update video. 10 weeks. 10 weeks. I only have 10 fingers. I have to start counting on my toes. Whew. So, let's see how we're doing for 10 weeks. I don't think I've mentioned this before, but I'm 5'6", or at least I pretend to be 5'6", and my starting weight was 218 pounds. The day of surgery, I was 210. Last week, I was 193.9. And this week I am 190.8. So that's a 3.1 pound loss. If we're actually looking at actual weeks, because my true weigh-in day or my surgery day is on the Friday, I lost 1.5 pounds over the week, but there was a little bit of extra stuff that happened here and there and everywhere. So I'm just happy. It's a total of 27.2 pounds, and I am 0.8 pounds away from 40% of my total weight loss. 40%. Yeah, my God, it's like a big sale over at the hardware store. 40% off, Monique. Woo! So I'm pretty excited about that. Yes, and but super proud of the fact that I have logged for more than a full week. I have logged my food every day. So I've gone into my Fitness Pal, I put my food in, I started putting my water in there and my vitamins, because I know those are some really good habits for successful lap banders. So that's me. And yes, so yay, I'm logging my food. I'm so proud of that one. And since we're talking about NSVs, I wore shorts last weekend. Shorts. I think the last time I wore shorts might have been 1992, maybe 92, 93, somewhere around there. It's been a really, really, really long time. And it hadn't really occurred to me until my dog jumped up on my lap and I felt the softness of his fur on my legs. And I went, oh my gosh, I'm wearing shorts. It kind of just happened. I don't know how that happened, that I got the confidence to be able to wear a pair of shorts. But here it was, me in shorts. And I've worn them more than once too, so pleasant surprise. Yes, that was a big one. And clothing related, I was able to button my blazer. Wow, that is something that I can't recall ever being able to do. Now, the blazers I wore when I first started the journey don't fit in the shoulders, so I had to go down to a smaller size. But even when they got bigger, I wasn't able to button them. I think just there's just a little bit too much of the girls going on down here. So I was able to button my blazer. This shirt is probably a couple of years old, and I hadn't been able to wear it in a while. And I'm rocking that shirt now. So it's a size large in a normal people store, not a plus size store. So that's exciting. And the other thing that I noticed that was really kind of cool is I've been running and chasing my dog. We go for walks all the time. As you know, I'm doing trying to do 10,000 steps every day, and I'm on 56 days in a row. So it's well over 500,000 steps since I started, and I believe the start date was May 26th, so just a little bit after surgery, a couple weeks after surgery, I started doing at least 10,000 steps. So that's a big accomplishment for me. And just to make things fun and more interesting for me and the dog, I started chasing him around, running up hills and such. I didn't notice when that occurred either. It just all of a sudden I stopped and realized I couldn't do this before, and now I can. So woohoo on that. So those are some pretty cool NSVs. Let's see what else. What else do we want to talk about? Yeah. So I have a new subscriber. So welcome to my little subscriber group, Ms. Limpy44. Super stoked about that. Yeah. So yay, I'm now up to 12 subscribers, and thank you so much, all those subscribers that are sticking with me. Especially my girl Nina, who is doing super well. Shout outs to you, Nina. And I want to send out a big shout out to Jen, who is having who's having to have her lap band revised for slippage. So that's a big deal. I am thinking, praying for you, Jen, and I know you're going to do awesome. You've got a great support system, and you've got some really good habits. I think it's just shit dumb luck that this has happened. Um, and I know that you'll get through this and you'll be stronger for it. And yes, I still vote for your husband, Brad, to be the best husband in the world. Sorry, Brad, to put you on the spot there. There's no husband in this house, so you get to win that award. Yeah, and yeah, and another a big old shout out to I already gave a shout out to Nina and Ginger. Ginger, I love your videos. They rock. You are awesome. I love your face too, and I'm so proud of you. You're doing so well, and I know it's been a really tough road for you. So keep it up, girlfriend. I love watching your videos, and I strive to be like you. Yeah, so those are some of the shout outs. And so what I'm working on this week, or what I've been working on, is working on my thoughts. So I think I mentioned a couple of videos ago that I picked up a book on cognitive behavior therapy for addictions and other issues. I have followed some cognitive behavior therapy in the past while I was working through some of my depression. So I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I deal with depression on a regular basis. I take medication. This has been ongoing for about well over 20 years. And in the 20 years, I think I can count maybe 6 or 7 major depressive episodes that were completely debilitating. The last one being about 3 or 4 years ago. So I am, I am in remission, and I follow closely, and I know that some of the thought patterns that led to my depression, I was able to work through with behavior therapy. So I thought I should take that approach, and here I was thinking, I'm doing well. I'm well in charge of my thoughts. I don't let stuff run away. And then I start working through this workbook and I realize, ooh, I am not doing that well in the respect of my thoughts when it comes to food and my thoughts when it comes to exercise. Two key things that are related to how I got to 220 some odd plus pounds. Yeah, how I missed it or how I didn't identify it before, I'm not quite sure. But now I am trying to keep track of where those thoughts are going. And really what it is looking at those raw emotional thoughts versus the rational thoughts and then the wise thoughts. So the raw emotional thoughts are things like, I can't control myself when it comes to cake. I can't keep cake in the house. I overeat all the time when it comes to sweets. One of the ones I used to have was, I can't control when I go to a buffet. It's just let it all go. And the reality is that, when I take a step back and I think rationally about it, I can do it. And And so I have to stop and recognize that, there are pieces of these thoughts that continue in my mind, and especially the thoughts about, or thoughts when I get stressed, that I go to food. And if I'm tired, I don't exercise. But oddly enough, I'm too tired to get up and go for a walk, but I'm not too tired to stay up all night and watch TV. Those kinds of things. Really need to, I really want to try to keep those in check. So, sorry, dog yelling. Clearly my boyfriend's coming home. And so the dog really likes that. Super excited. It's got to tell me all about it. So yeah, so I am consciously trying to recognize those thought patterns. I'm trying to find them first. So the first step to recovery is just noticing them, noticing those thought patterns, and just making a mental note. It's like, oh, there it is again. There's that thought pattern again. All right, it happened again today. Oh, it happened again. It happened on Tuesday. And then trying to find where things that lead to those patterns. Is there something in particular? So I was super duper, I have a looming project at work and super stressing over it. And that leads to me thinking or eating without thinking, not being mindful about what goes in my mouth. That's something that I can recognize and say, okay, I'm feeling stressed. What kind of strategies can I use to get past that? Take a walk. It's something that I used at work the other day. So I was just feeling really overwhelmed, and all I wanted to do was eat. I put my running shoes on, and I went outside, and I did 2 laps around the building. It took less than 10 minutes to do those 2 laps, but I was focused after that. I was able to sit down, do my work, whereas before I would have probably just thrown stuff in my mouth to keep my mouth busy while I'm trying to think things through. So that's that's my big challenge this week, and that's something that I think we all in the weight loss surgery community have some type of struggle with our thoughts, and it's something that we need to recognize and be mindful of, right? To see that thought pattern and go, oh, there it is. There's that little critter. It's back again. It's kind of like little army ants or something marching through your house, or that darn mosquito that bugs you at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like, oh, there it is. There's that mosquito. So I'm trying to find those thoughts, figure out what drives those thoughts so I can address the root cause, but also then build rational thought strategies about it. So particularly when I was working through my depression, I would think, one of the things I would come up was, oh, bad things are always happening to me. Bad things happen in threes. Oh, I never get a break. Words like always and never, I try to avoid. And when I stop and think, about when I stop and get into this bad pattern, I then take a moment, a gratitude moment, and I say, okay, I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my wonderful family. I'm grateful for my dog. I'm grateful to have a roof over my head. I have a good job. I don't have to worry about money like I used to before. I'm able to do things that I'm able to travel. I'm able to, and as I start listing the gratitude things, the things I'm grateful for, all of a sudden I realize, oh, there it is. I found my way out of that dark little tunnel, and I'm able to go on. So I'm looking to harness that, those learnings, and use them to identify the negative thought spirals around food and around exercise. Like to say things like, I'm not an athlete, or I can't run. But you know what? I can. I did. I have. I will again. So these things are what I'm working on today. So that's a pretty long update. I'm going to wrap it up and say I'm wishing you all great losses. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for all my subscribers, and be as kind to yourself as you are with others.